Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to take a look at that first pterodon tame. For me, it's one of the tougher tames just because you're usually trying to get it early game. You don't always have the most health lined up, the most weapons. So, it can be a little bit of a challenge. In this case, I'm going to be doing it with the most basic preparation I'd be willing to roll with. So if we take a quick look, before I get started, of course, if you like the video, you find it useful, or you just want to follow Biggs around, check out that comment section and subscribe. There's a few other platforms I do videos on, so feel free to take a look. Now, my basic preparation, or minimum preparation in this case, is going to be the crossbow. Right down here, about 50 trank darts, but, however many. I'd say 50 for me is a minimum. I did bring an extra crossbow as well, but because it's brand new, I shouldn't have a problem there. Spike walls. Pterodon's not something that's going to follow you into a trap if you aggro it, so I'm going to have to tame it out here in the wild. And the bolas, introduced after I started playing this game, and what a great help it is. Meat, of course, for me to eat, and I don't leave home without a melee weapon. I happened, luckily yesterday, to find a Mastercraft sword, but any pike or sword as a minimum will do. Because the pterodon's a carnivore, we're going to want narcotic as opposed to narcoberry, but you could use narcoberry if you had to. Some raw meat, just to get him fed, and everything else is there. Spike walls are going to be very important. The other tricky part about getting that first pterodon is finding it. I happen to choose for this video to be down in the south where it's much safer, but there's a few less pterodons. If I was up on the north, well, I guess everyone has a different opinion what's west and east, I guess. I always call the right side east because I'm in North America. For us, west is Vancouver, east is New York City, so there's a lot more pterodons up on what I call the northeastern side of the map, but I believe I've been corrected. It's in fact the northwestern, but don't count on that. Just simply, if you're really looking, go ahead and type in Arc Resource Map, Island or whatever map you're on Google, and that'll give you a good idea where everything's at. So we can see already we're not having a whole lot of luck even finding one, which is a bit of a drag, especially since we're trying to do a video, but we're just going to keep running. The other advantages I probably have, I always do everything on official, or official style, so that you can apply it to most games that you're in. This server uses it 2 times tame and harvest and all that stuff, which is basically your weekend official rates when they do their various events. Now, that being said, I didn't bring any special gear or anything that you can't easily make fairly early in the game. And seems like finding a pterodon just isn't going to work out too well for us today. That's going to be a big part of it. There's something I would normally have with me that I didn't bring, because you may not have one yet, and you can check it in the next video that's going to give you a choice to play as the raft. I always start early game with a raft that has a house and a taming pen on it. And that way I could be right now taking my raft to where I might find more pterodons. Ah, there we have one up there. Oh boy. Now some of the dangers down here in the south, even though we're in the south, are of course the raptors, alpha raptors, and all kinds of other troublemakers. Now we have 2 in our sights. It looks like a fight on the left up here, so that's a little bit concerning. This one's over the water, but who knows. Now you could shoot and knock it out of the air. It's a little tricky though. So my goal is going to be to let him or her land. I'm going to bola it, shoot a few darts, bola again because they break, shoot a few darts, bola again, and the minute it's knocked out, we're going to go ahead and wrap that big guy up in spike walls so that our tame doesn't get ruined. For me, I'm honestly starting with a minimum 50 pterodon for today's video. I'm just going to knock out the first one I see. But if you go too low, it's not going to be able to carry a whole lot of weight. It's not going to move that fast. It's going to get killed really easily, and you're kind of just using your time and resources for nothing. A spyglass is pretty helpful when you're really looking for different levels. In my case, I'm simply not, so we don't really need it. But, I could spyglass him, or spyglass the next guy over there, and then I'd be able to choose a better one. It doesn't look like they're looking to take any kind of breaks or land anytime soon. And another thing, although no one's going to come attack me, I am on a PvP server, so, out here in the wild like this, taming like this, you have the AI to worry about. I got players that might snipe my tame just to be toxic. So I really do prefer to have my raft close by. The other huge advantage to a raft is I may die, and that raft is going to have my bed in it to respawn right near my tame. So I'm really looking to get lucky right now. First I need a pterodon, then I need to make sure I don't die while I am trying to tame it. And I have no beds nearby, so it's going to be a heck of a route back for me if something goes wrong. And if you don't have the raft, but you got some mats, you can always, like, tame, just drop a foundation and a couple beds down there. I always say more than one, just in case. And not, oh, look, he's going to land, guys. Let's hope we can get there on time. We'll get those bullas out en route. Oh, not the spike walls. We need the bullas first here. All right, we barely have a second to pull this off before he takes off. Oh, 145! What? Wow. Okay, well, I guess we're not settling for a low one today. 150 is the max on this server. I'm going to shoot 2 darts and bullet him again because the bullas break. I don't want it to take off. It's going to take quite a few arrows to knock this guy out. But how exciting that we have our 145 right here. And that's a big delay between those dart shots, guys. I'm going to have to bullet him again right after this shot. He's going to be in the air in no time. That was way too long switching. Another reason, you see, he got stuck on the rocks. Oh, what a drag. So you see how that delay can screw you up? Just one miss punch at all there and we're in trouble, right? So it's a bit of a downer there. I'm a little ashamed to have lost that guy. I'm going to follow him around just a little. We might get lucky and he lands again. But as he moves upwards into this forest here, of course, forests and jungles tend to be a little bit more dangerous than beachside. So I'm putting myself in a bit of a tight situation as I move up. But just feeling love for that 145 right now. So I'm going to take some extra risks to get it. And if he gets out of render range, he could despawn. He could despawn anytime. As night comes in, of course, it's going to be even harder to find him. I believe that might be him. And you can that was a real fabulous demonstration of, oh boy. Another thing you like to carry with you is your water canteen. I'm going to let my water drain a little bit while I keep an eye on this. I don't even mind if I drop down to half health or so before I can get a drink. I feel something big is chasing me back there. We may have to let that 145 go. We'll take it as a valuable lesson for what happens when you're not really ready to fire on those buttons. You got about 2 shots, maybe 3 if you push it, before that guy's going to be on his way like we just saw. And he got stuck in the rock and everything, giving me a little bit of a disadvantage there. I must admit, I was real amped up to get that 145, so I think I got shook a little bit and kind of messed it up. I know you guys are pros out there, you could probably get the job done. Another little problem I'm going to have if night rolls up, I'm going to go ahead and be stuck with Trudons on the beach as well. Pegomastics and all the other terrible things that roll around on the island here trying to ruin my day. We're going to head up for this guy way up there. No choice. We'll give up on the 145. If I already had a pterodon, I'd chase down that 145 for the whole afternoon if that's what it took. But we're looking at trying to get our first pterodon here, so we just don't have those kind of advantages. And you see how that little mispunch slows me down? 55 is the adequate minimum. It's going to take a little less darts to knock out. We're going to do 1 shot. Shots to the head are better, I believe. So go ahead and make sure you're getting him in the head, with the exception of a trike. I would say almost all animals are better being shot in the head. Make sure I try and use the same hotkey buttons for consistently. Like my 3 is always my melee. It's just a way to burn that into memory. There we go, boys and girls. So before we do anything right now, we're going to want to get these spike walls up. I guess we're going to be fighting this guy real quick. Oh, I accidentally misfired and knocked him out. Should we tame him? No, we'll just get rid of him. A dilo will go up and eat some of those dinos as they're knocked out, which is going to affect the taming effectiveness. We also don't want the spike walls too close. Some things will just go ahead and sneak through there on us. Let's load some narco into him. I always lower my weapon on tames. The reason being is you might accidentally punch the wrong button. And I am very I like to say head on a swivel right now, especially till I get these walls down. I'm going to want to keep this guy safe. And I'm a little concerned about a variety of animals coming in. Until I get these down, I'm going to feel a lot better. And then it's kind of set it, forget it, relax. You might want to use your dodo rex or other things to see how much narco, how much meat you're going to need. Kibble for this is dodo kibble with cooked meat in the recipe, mejo berries, fiber. So that's a bit of a bummer on the spike walls, isn't it, that we have the big gap. But we'll get something in there in a minute. So yeah, it's really easy kibble to make. So a good early game is to get your dodo farm going. And once that dodo farm's up, you can easily make kibble in the soup pot. And then you've got kibble tame right off the early game. And with that 145, to be honest, it's almost wasteful not to kibble tame it, not to perfect tame it. The pterodon has a long gap between bites, so it'll be a little while before he takes a bite. And until then, though, we're going to make sure we have him fast asleep. His bites are based on how he runs out of food over here. So once he hits a certain set amount of reduction, he's going to have a bite. And each time he has a bite, his taming goes up. And on his first bite, it'll show us how we're looking on the taming percentage. We didn't do a lot of damage to him, and even if we did a bit, it usually doesn't affect the taming percentage. It's only after he's knocked out that you're going to have that problem. So, for me too, I did not bring one of the most critical tools with me, which would be a pick or hatchet. I like to get a fireplace going near my tank. Sometimes if I'm going to be sticking around for a while, I'm going to want to maybe knock out a couple things in the area. I'm still on super high alert for all sounds, movements, and any problems. If I'm going to tame something, look at this guy. See those spike walls kind of coming through? You know, he hit him, he got out, right? So that's really something that's key. Those dilos can be a pest. We're in a pretty safe area. We're not going to get the hyenas in here. And back in the day, almost anything would go attack your tame. Now since then they've balanced it a little better. So that certain things attack, certain things knocked out, certain things don't. That's something you'd have to check Google for, because I've never claimed to be Mr. Arkmaster. And I do have tribe mates. You know, I have certain tribe mates that really know about kibble and taming and breeding and so on. I'm more a builder, but whether you're a builder or not, you still need to know how to tame in order to advance in the game. So we are looking pretty good right now. Let's get a fireplace up so we can see a little better. I take mind wipes almost once a day, so sadly that means I'm always relearning. A campfire, sorry guys. We'll use a regular one. So I'm always kind of relearning my things, but on our server those mind wipes are pretty helpful. So let's get that crafted up. What are we missing? Little flint. Gonna really suck to get flint without that pick, guys. That's a big problem for getting that. Look at that. So we're gonna have to go ahead and craft ourselves a low-end tool. But hey, it's better than nothing. We get this up. That'll get us our flint, get our fireplace going. Gonna feel a little better once that's done. We're well on our way towards getting this pterodon made. And from there, what I'll do while I'm doing this is go ahead and try and farm up some of the mats to get his saddle ready. It's kind of annoying when you got a pterodon on follow. It tends to circle around your head. It's horrible weather, of course. Another good reason to get that fireplace up. I tend to run around and get focused on other things sometimes while I'm doing a tame as it extends on a little bit longer. And as a result, I do like to just get a little fire up to sort of let me know where it is. And in my first days of Ark, when I first started playing, I didn't look at anything on YouTube, so I just kind of followed nature rules, and I figured, well, animals are scared of fire, so if I get a fireplace up, less of them will come. But then, of course, there's probably animals attracted to fire. I mean, that's just me being silly. I wouldn't go ahead and write that down. I also don't mind to clear the area a little bit, just to give me a little bit more visual, on what's up. And right after I get this guy double-checked again, we're going to go ahead and get our saddle made, store it on our body there. If you're feeling confident, store the saddle inside the Ptero. My concern would be that if I mess up, I crash. You could always get logged out or something goes wrong, and then he wakes up, I'm going to lose that saddle. So, see, we got action on the spike walls. Again, a great indicator of any kind of trouble that could be a brewing. Hear you, but I don't see you. What the heck is this thing? It looks big. We may run into trouble. Oh, I can't even tell what it is in this weather. Probably just a turtle. If so, will I grow him, kite him away? I just don't want anyone near this area. Oh boy, it's a crok. Okay, so we've now got some serious concerns. We've got a raptor. We got problems here, but it's only level 25. Hopefully that sword will handle him when I get up. We were we're in some serious trouble on this tame and horrible weather, guys. Real bad news here. Real bad news, but we're gonna fight for our lives to hang in. I mean, if things couldn't go much worse, really, eh? I mean, that was a bit much for me. I'm sorry. My heart is racing after that. But we got her done. Minimum, and we maybe have more meat if we need it. That crok is still there, and again, I couldn't have gotten a better reason why to make sure we've got spike walls up, because he's going to go to work on them. We're going to juice him a little bit here, because I'm about to battle a crok alone in the rain with just a sword. I've had better days, guys. Okay, it's just a dilo there. Look at what he's doing. You see, the dilo wants to go after the bird. So if we didn't have the spike walls up, let me show you. This guy's taming percentage is at 97%. Okay, of course shows plus 26 levels. Taming percentage will go down over time, and what's going to happen here is if that dilo gets in on him, he's just going to ruin that, and he will eventually get through there. I'm a little worried to go after the dilo right now because I'm sure I saw that crok. But look at, he's getting wrecked on his own. Come on, come to Poppy here. Let's have some fun. More free meat for that tame, guys. And I get a little hungry. I can throw a little on my fireplace. Let's do that up. Wow, that was intense. I got to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting that kind of intensity on this tame, but we saw two great lessons there. One earlier on that 145. It comes to not wanting to you want to keep that timing right. Oh, did he go down because of the walls? Excellent. This is prime meat, guys. This is good news. Prime meat does tame faster than regular meat. You're going to get more taming percentage, and we just got like a free piece. Now that is fantastic. Fantastic. We've had we've had a little bit of a mispunch earlier on the 145. Had some bad luck with a raptor and a crok showing up at the same time. But due to preparation, spike walls, fireplace, the nice rapid melee weapon. The reason I prefer the sword over anything else is the pick is a slow weapon. Look how fast she flies like that. So I could be pulling back. When that raptor's coming after me, I'm gonna be just fighting like that. I'm just holding my button down. I don't even gotta press it. So we are probably getting pretty close here because she's a low level. I'm pretty nervous now to work on the saddle, but we're gonna do it. Let's see what we need. We're always, because I got this big gap, this is where I'll basically take my, ooh, lovely moon tonight. This is where I'm going to take my best, kind of sway, like, I'm going to sit tight in this hole here. So, Ptero, here we go. Level 38, make a note. Let's get this bad boy crafted. I don't think we need a smithy or anything to make it, so this should go well. So, 230 hide, 75 chitlin, and 81 fiber. So, you know what? We're not going to be making that saddle on site. The chitin, sorry, not chitlin. The chitin's going to be a little tricky here. I could head up into the jungle and start killing bugs, or the forest, but that is real dangerous. So, what I'd recommend is look into it. Make your pterodon saddle before you get out there. Chitin's not super easy on the island. Aberration, you can have 6,000 of them in no time, but not the easiest here, so we would want to get a dino out there and get our chitin, or just like my brother does, he just goes up and wrecks everything on Carno Island, or heads into the jungle, eat a bunch of bugs, kill a bunch of trikes, because as you see, it's not necessarily just chitin. We could use keratin as well, so that's going to come off your trikes, your turtles, anything with a hard, like a moose, like the antlers they got. That's essentially what the keratin represents. So, you see an animal with a big hard shell on it then. If I saw something with prime meat around, I might slaughter it. This guy's not going to give me any prime, so not really too interested. But hey, he will shoot me some hide, but he's also pretty fast. And if you're early game, I do, even in the early game, put a lot on speed and stamina so that I can run away from stuff. Because that's usually the best thing in the early game, but you don't even want to deal with him. He's going to steal my sword or something silly. That's really easy hide right there if you can get him jammed up into some rocks. If I could direct him into that rock cliff right there, we could get some hide off him. Let's check on how our guy's doing. He did probably take his bite of prime by now. Oh boy. It's that frickin' Itchy. The Itchy's got to be one of the most hated dinos in the game. He's stealing my stuff. And what really bugs me about these, you could be shooting arrows at something while you're trying to tame it, and this jerk-off is going to jump in there and take your frickin' arrow right out of, or your bow right out of your hands while you're trying to tame. And I'm telling you, you want to think, look at this guy. He's just cleaning me out. He's cleaning me out. So if you want to, you know, you want to get a rage quit going, I'll tell you what, you're 3 darts away from knocking something out, and one of these sons of comes up and takes your friggin' thing. Oh, we got him. We got him. One of these guys come. Now what do we got? Another snake. Boy, guys, we are getting some serious. Hey, let's go to the south side where it's a little safer to tame pterodons. It ain't coming out too safe, is it? I'm gonna be in big trouble at this time, though, guys. Yep. This could be the end of it. And I haven't checked my pterodon recently. Look at that, boys. Now, what's the first thing we're gonna do? All right, we see we're dead at around 60-70 there. 60-20. I'm writing that down. And luckily I've got a fairly big crew, so we're not that far off. Oh, sorry, is this our death marker? My bad. So let's head over to District 2. And we're going to write down, what are we at there? I write things down just because I don't want to get all frustrated. And we got to hustle, because that's about 75-29. We got to hustle because I'm not sure if that guy's not going to wake up or not. We got to get back there real quick. The tintanboa would have been better for me to pull back, get away from it, and fire at it with arrows, in fact. It's not knockoutable in the traditional way. It's not knockoutable in the traditional way. And as a result, I would have had to have some arrows that were not trank arrows. Would have been more effective and do more damage. So, not a bad idea. Looks like we're not too far off. And again, if you wanted it, there's our fire, there's our body marker. If your server doesn't have a body marker, as you notice that we could see the fire pretty well, right? Look at that. And it looks like the snake might be inside the spike walls, messing with my pterodon. No, the green markers mean he's taking damage. So again, those spike walls are coming through. I'm going to have a real problem getting my stuff back with that snake. So I think the plan is going to be to kite him away. And then get back to business. But we're going to try and run right inside that thing just to check the narco on the pterodon first here. Make sure she's not... See, she is doing pretty good. Let's juice her before we head off into another possible losing battle. And if you placed a foundation with a couple beds in here, all the better. So, we're going to try and kite... He's getting wrecked on that spike wall. Let's just leave him. Let's just let him have a freak... Oh, did he turn around? Is he chasing? No. See those spike walls? Have they not paid off, eh? Fireplace paid off. Some of our preparation has really kept us going here today, guys. And a game like Ark, well, a lot of things in life, really. Get your prep done. Get your research done. Bring the right gear for the job. It's gonna have, look at that. And guess what we're getting now, guys? We're getting free stuff all day. Look at that raw prime coming in, guys. Fantastic. Super short spoiler on it, but boom. That's probably enough to finish up this tame even quicker. What a gorgeous piece of luck. The sun's coming up. That's going to somewhat reduce some of the enemies. As well, I'm a little wasteful with my narco juice. I just give it whatever. It's not a terrible idea to see how much it would really need. A better way to do this probably is just go prime. Transfer all. So we see inside the body he's running on an 8-minute timer. So this is probably not, he's probably not going to have prime left by the time he finishes. I'm also going to have to be hyper conservative with my narco because I was a little wasteful earlier with it. But in a worst case Ontario, we have some narco berry there. Sorry guys, I love the Trailer Park Boys. Check out Ricky on YouTube for all the errors he makes talking. So worst case scenario to him is worst case scenario. Oh boy, what is it now? What is it now? Will it ever end? And this is why I like my raft. If I can't... That's the old... Yeah, there's those... he'll be gone on daytime. And I'll probably wake up, maybe, and survive this. But another thieving, well-hated, ragey dino right there with the Pegomastics. Fairly quick, as you saw. I didn't have my weapon drawn. And again, that would have been a job for the arrows. And boy, you know, it's been a rough go, but we just used our bird. We just got prime in our bird. She's pretty safe with those spike walls, except for the one I'm missing. And now I just need to wake up and wreck this guy. So, you know, even with all these things going wrong, the prep has really kept things, we're still getting the job done, aren't we? So, I mean, and in fact, even lucky with the prime meat, so not a whole lot to complain about except for this crap box. And as soon as I wake up, he's going to be all over me again. This is where tribe mates come in handy, of course, but we are trying to learn how to do things or do our tutorials solo. We're trying to do it on a server that's very close to official. And this way it kind of applies to everybody, in case you're the solo type player. We're going to get ready to run like a mofo here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get us some distance, reassess the situation. Pegomastics, I don't believe really rock hard during the day anyways, so now that that sun's up, we should have a lot. I mean, I'm just amped up right now. I just saw that thing move, and I was like, what is it? You know, it's just been a heck of a battle. So yeah, we're getting her done. Let's see how he's coming along. He's probably almost halfway thanks to the prime. Yeah, right on. And I'm guessing he's gonna have another bite left. And see, the taming effectiveness isn't terrible. I don't think he's taken any. Did he? Yeah, I don't think he's taken any shots. So. I mean, at this point, you could probably abandon. You could probably. I mean, from here on in, it's just we're gonna just rinse and repeat the same things, right? So. You've got the idea on what we need to do, how we need to do it. And like I said, if you found this video fun, exciting, oh boy, what do we got? Another raptor, guys. Another raptor. And spyglass would help here. I'd know what level it is. And again, let the spike walls do the work, right? We're going to let him take a whole ton of damage. And look at these walls. Sorry, I can't say enough how much these spike walls have done for us, right? Thank God, a slingshot. Game changer. Game changer. Booyah. And we got a little bit of biotoxin, I think, from the snake, eh? Tintanboa venom. So that's just, you know, a little trophy. It can be used to raise bosses or vice versa. I don't know if it's used in recipes or anything. And again, you notice I'm really lingering, lurking, and observing this little hole. I was nervous about it. I thought I had enough spike walls, but I made my gap pretty big. But the reason I made my gap big, if I'm in too tight to the pterodon, not only will I not have that much room to work, I wouldn't be able to place my foundation in my bed here. And in addition, you know how Ark is with their walls and whatnot, the dilos might get through and actually get bites down. So. And he's still got 3 minutes on this, so hopefully... Oh, look. Oh. That sounds like a turtle or something. Yeah, you do that, buddy. Get in there. We're gonna... he just bumped his head, but look, we got him maybe against these walls. Well, let's see what... There's a beehive over there. You guys see that? I'm not gonna want to play with that beehive too much. We're gonna kill this guy because he's good for hide, though. I'm not gonna go after him too far in the water. First thing in the morning, I find pterodons or piranhas are just a headache. And it would have been better to take out my hatchet, probably, for that. Oh, look at that alpha up there, guys. I'm sure I saw the red glow of an alpha in the distance. Not 100%. But it's quite a far away. So, unfortunately, an alpha raptor, though, she's got eyes, boys and girls. She's got eyes. She'll see at quite a distance. 81.9% effectiveness, plus 22 levels. So, we're probably going to add about 15 levels to this guy. I'll come out at a 70. We'll get quite a few levels on the first ride out with him as well. So, you know, that's going to be at least something to get us started. The next thing I'm doing after this would, let's say that at this point, normally I would have a trike. It would be with me to tank and block that hole. I would also probably have my raft with me with the trap built on it. So depending on my level, my next goal would be to try and get that Argent. And I'd be using this bird to get it for sure. And like I said, the next 2 follow videos, or the videos that are going to prompt after, are the Argent, solo taming an Argent the easy way, and building your first raft trap / houseboat. First 3 days on a server, unless it's Aberration or Scorched Earth, which doesn't have a lot of water, I'm rolling in my raft. On a PvP server, especially official, a raft is not really the best way to start in any way. I did it before, but it was right after a Chinese invasion. the server was more or less an apocalyptic mess with no players on it. And I was, oh my god, that is not a solvable problem there, guys. Not a solvable problem there. That's a hide and get the F out as soon as possible problem. And this guy's got eyes like a shark. And we just hope that he might go after something up there. But that is a very unfortunate... I'm not going to be able to fight him with a sword. My best bet, if I get mixed in with this guy, I'm going to run as fast as I can and kite him as far away as I can. And that will solve the problem. And like we saw, at least I had a bed over in what we call District 2, where the Tribe of Nations lives, so that I could get back here in a reasonable amount of time. It's just not something I want to deal with. Now, if we get lucky and this guy decides to go after those spike walls nonstop, and he doesn't get through them, that's going to be a healthy batch of prime to end this tame up. But we've already had quite a bit of good luck in this. I don't think we're going to have any more. Now, on my server, I do ask that my mates clean up the mess after. Many of them don't, but that's okay. We'll get around to it. But I am going to smash, demolish, and take away all my spike walls here. Now back to my PvP story with the raft. So yeah, I did build the raft on the island in a PvP official. About 15-20 players on the map, and I spent 3 days basically using my raft to go up from stone, wood, and metal spawns just to load my raft up with mats. But I was, that was back when they used to call me the diplomat. So I was on a PvP official. It had just been wiped out by the Chinese mafia, so to speak. And these guys were happy just to have a guy solo in there. I was real friendly with everybody. I talked the talk, and people were actually coming and throwing me free stuff. So, you know, it all depends on you. But definitely the raft thing that I talk about a lot is maybe not the best way to start on a PvP official. But there are some people that do know ways to hide the raft in stone and so on and so forth by driving it through into rocks. But yeah, so that's that. I am on a PvP server, but it's pretty friendly. And, you know, this is a day ruiner here. This alpha raptor's definitely coming up. I don't know how... Oh, good. Yeah, get away. This thing, and just our luck, you know, it'll be right at the end of the tame. And he'll roll up on us. Got something else in our spike walls. Another tintanboa, more prime meat, and he's just about done. So this is looking possible now. I'm going to let the tintanboa work again as way he always does. I fire a few shots at him, but I don't really want to aggro him. He seems to be having enough fun there. And he must be a little bit a higher level. It's not showing a lot of blood yet. The headache's going to be getting my pterodon out of there. But I may whistle him to follow me. Pull him away from the spike walls before I go demo them. But once we get him awake and tamed, that'll be the end anyways. So you won't have to worry about that snake jumping out of the TV and killing me. This guy's coming along good. I don't know if I have any more narco juice in him, but I'm going to juice him one more time. And you really don't have to, though. He's going to wake up well before. Like I said, I'm wasteful with my narco juice. That's because I have a 10 crop garden at my base that puts out 3,000 narco berries, so I don't have to worry. The fertilizer production is more the grind there. Let's cam it up. Beautiful day on the island. Lucky, no fog, no rain. Look at that, clear skies. Redwood's just over there, kids. A great place to die. And our pterodon's going to be up any minute. I think he's set to attack my target and follow me as soon as he wakes up. I'll be immediately switching him to passive. I do happen to use the G700S Logitech mouse, so I have my whistles all ready to go. See, I just flipped through a bunch of them there. I know what they all are. And then finally, if I get screwed up, I got everything in here. So that's pretty great, you know. I'll give you a big wave here, guys. Hey, Big's around, always around. So where are we at with this, guys? We're almost done. 84%. He just took a bite not long ago. Just for fun, we'll check on his food. And we kept most of his levels. I'm not sure why. He seemed to have gone down a little bit. 90 to 80 seems a bit much, but maybe he did take a little hit somewhere along the line. So it's going to be a good minute before he takes a bite. He may be 2 bites away from this tame. Maybe not. I think it was doing about 13% per bite. There we go. Not even. So we have a few more bites to go. We'll just ride it out, guys. We're going to finish this one together. Let's go farm this up. And boy, we're going to go get that dilo. I'm going to keep a little sharp eye on my left. Not getting the prime from him. Come on, one piece. I only need one piece. Let's get our metal hatchet out and see if we can yield a little bit better results. Negative. Should have started with it. And I just don't like dilos. They just get on my nerves. Plus, it's fun to do the dodge and swivel against them here. Boom, sideways. This is where we're going to strafe a lot, guys. You see that? Strafe. Strafe is the easy way to fight a dilo while pulling back. And this guy's just going to get wrecked. There are some minor there's a lot of spamming buttons in fights, especially when you're fighting on a dino. But there's a lot of fights you got to use a little bit of tactics here. This guy should be really moving along now. 88.9%. I'm guessing 2 more bites and he's done. Guessing he's going to add at least 20 levels, so he's going to come out at a 75. You know, we'll be able to get a 5 or 10 on him. If we had our saddle, we'd be adding 5-10 levels just on the ride home. Those early XP really adds up on the Pterodon. Of course, he has the C button on your keyboard maneuver, which is a spin attack. Very effective. You can pick up dodos, I believe dilos, and other little dinos to drop into your trap. It's also going to get us around real quick. So he is a fantastic... Oh, boy. I can't believe he didn't see me there. I mean, how many more hassles could we have on this tame, guys? Tintanboas. We got that itchy robbing us. There's another one right in front of us. We had that crocodile. And now finally, just to friggin' drive me a little bit mad and keep my heart rate way higher than it should be for an old man, we got this alpha raptor lingering, you know. What are you going to do? You got to keep on plugging. Arc ain't easy. We're moving along. So yeah, just once again, guys, if you're enjoying it, we do a live broadcast every night around 7 to 8 o'clock. I'm usually a little late. I do manage 5 servers in a 5-map cluster, which there's links to join if you want to play with us down there. So, you know, usually all morning... Ooh, Quetzal. Usually all morning I, you know, recruit, promote, and help people out on Reddit with problems, questions, and stuff. Mid-afternoon, I like to pop up a YouTube video or 2. And then by nighttime, we're running live with the community. This week, we're doing caves. We're actually doing a playthrough. That's why we've got the 5-map cluster. So we're playing all the story stuff. So this sounds a bit crazy, I know, but we are doing all the dossiers, all the explorer notes, all the caves, and all the bosses on all the maps, all the official maps. We're going to pop center and rag too just for fun, but we're focused on the official DLC. So that when the final DLC comes out, I believe posted up for November, we're going to be ascending there. So I'm hoping to actually finish this game completely. And you guys are more than welcome to join me for the ride. All you got to do is follow Biggs around. All the links are there for you guys. So, yeah, so we're hoping to get this done. Right now, and back in the day, I'd be tempted to start demolishing my spike walls. Because I know he's going to be done any second, but... that's really hurt me in the past. But we can get rid of our fireplace. I'm going to get my meat out of the pack. I'm not going to haul no wood or charcoal. Charcoal, one of the most useful things later on when making ammunition. Can't live without it. And I feel pretty good. It's midday. The alpha... The alpha is the main reason I don't want to remove these right now. But I sure would like to. He is so close to being tamed. I'll just take the chance. I'm probably one of the least conservative players in my pack. What does that mean, guys? A little bit more death. A little bit more trouble. But it can also mean a little bit more fun. When I say conservative, I'm not talking politics. I'm talking game. I don't talk politics. There's already enough of that crap. Talk about it or with your family. It's a dividing issue, and I believe in unity. Arc unifies people, and if you're on PvP official, it might divide people as well. Can't wait till this guy's done. I'm certain he's about 1 or 2 bites away. And I'm also certain that that alpha raptor could come wreck shit. So, you know, not a good idea to do what I just did. But now the alpha raptor's out of render range, at least. And I kind of stopped looking at the water because it concerns the alpha raptor. The reason we're having problems with those tintanboas and the alligators is that's the swamp right there. Between the swamp, the snow area, and the redwoods, things don't get much more dangerous. Look at that alpha raptor still, huh? Things don't get much more dangerous. And he is snoring away. There we go, what do we got? 1 more bite, guys. 1 more bite. Look at that alpha raptor. I'm moving back. I do not want him to see me at all. Let's stash up the bushes here. We'll do a little lay down. If you're late game, you got that ghillie suit. Even better off. It's Biggs around proper form there, guys. Take a look at that. Muscles. Schwarzenegger. I want to look under the map. Yay. Somehow the island has water underneath it. It's a very thin. As we can see, the island only has about 5 feet of dirt, no rocks. So a little bit of a physical, I'm not sure what the scientists would say about this, but that seems like a thin line of land to support the monster bases that we have on this server. But, you know, I love the game, so who cares? And actually, if you're on your raft cruising around, that's that K button. If you're on your raft cruising around while you're driving and use the K button, you can get a good look at what sharks and whatnot are in the water, which is quite helpful. You see, I can even see the mega piranha over there. And she's about to finish. The second she does, guys, that'll end the video. So just another quick reminder, if you enjoyed the video or you like the look of this server, as you can see, there's not a lot of lag. We don't roll lag, that's for sure. We're running the top end servers. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our uptime currently is at 99.9%. We have a very active Discord and community. I'm, you know, 2,800, 2,900 hours now on admin, plus 1,000 hours on my alt account, which my girlfriend now uses to play on PvP and PvE official. So we got the right people behind us. Of course, there's some people that help me out as well on that mission. So please feel free to either type Biggs Around on Google search or just check those comments and you can find me. I named myself Biggs Around, boys and girls. I do not work. I am always around. I'm a full-time community manager. ARC players. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. A great job. And we got her done. So we'll see that she does in fact start on attack target. I'm going to want her on passive right away. Boom, that whistle's done. And we can now bring her home without the saddle like this. And that'll be about it. Look at that. See, this is the part I don't really love about the pterodon. She tends to swing over my head all the time like that. Drives me a little bit mad. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I actually had a really great time making that video. I hope you did too. Prepare yourselves now.